Well, bloody hell, we're back. It happened. Reading Leeds Festival 2023 got announced. And here, in today's video, I'm just literally free-flowing idea of what I think of the lineup so far. In this video, I have 10 things that I really love about it. There are 10 acts that I love about it, and there are 5 things that have shocked me. So before we get into the 5 things, let's just go over those 10 acts that I'm excited for. So in at number 1, Sam Fender, absolutely amazing. One of the most important artists to come out of the UK in the last 10 years. We will be talking about him to our grandkids in decades to come. See him finally get their headline slot. His shoot to fame feels right, and it's very rare to come across an artist that slaps it every single time in the way that Sam Fender does. So yeah, massive booking, love it. Number 2, FOALS. I've enjoyed watching FOALS over the last 15 years. I've seen them go from be this tiny little band that went and supported the Klaxons to now being Glastonbury Reading headliners multiple times. I love all their music, every record they put out's great. I just think it's going to be fucking brilliant, and Friday is already outrageous. Really excited to see Biceps play. I've done a WTF episode about them, which I loved. Apricot to me puts them in the Dance Music Hall of Fame straight away, but there's so much more than that, and I think they're great. So excited to see them play that kind of Glass Animal Sunset slot. There's some talk about, it's a shame that there's not going to be it's going to be dark for them to have lasers. I still think they're brilliant. The Killers' first headline in 2008, which was my first year, and they were sandwiched in between Metallica and Rage Against the Machine. And even back then, when there was the smelliest of grebos moaning about lineups, it's no different really from now. People were still excited to have a sing-along on a Saturday night. So to see him come back and play that set. I'm not the biggest fan of their music. I actually think Hot Fussy is one of the most overrated albums in the past 20 years. However, that set list is going to be magical. Slow Tide, we're talking about now, has been a force to be reckoned with over the past 5 years. An absolute monster, collaborating with some of the greatest artists like Idols, Miramasa, Denzel Curry. Big fan. 2 amazing albums underneath his belt. I think it's time that I do a WTF update. I'm seeing him also play a festival in February, so can't wait for the energy he brings. I think he's absolutely great. I first came across Inhaler in 2019 with their incredible record, My Honest Face. Since then, I've been hooked. Loved their debut album. Saw them play Reading a couple of years ago. It was still felt kind of new for them, and that they were lacking it a little bit. Saw them play Glastonbury this year. Really stepped it up. Really excited to see where the Dubliners go from here. Maybe album 2 will be out by August. I think they're bloody great. Billie Eilish, jokes, Billie Eilish, has to be the biggest pop act in the world right now. Only combated by Drake, Post Malone, and The Weeknd. In 2019, Billie put on one of the biggest daytime shows that I've ever seen at Reading Festival. It was an incredible sight. And for her to headline just feels incredibly right, especially after her Glastonbury headline last year. It feels kind of odd that it hasn't happened already. Her shot, 2019, she was still kind of new, pre-album 1, and now, boom, she's Billie Eilish. Everyone and their mum knows about Billie Eilish. It's an odd choice for the Sunday, but you know what? Still, brilliant. Great booking. Steve Lacy has one of the biggest records of the year in Bad Habit, but actually he's been around for a long fucking time. Whether that's with his work in the internet or his input on Kendrick Lamar's album, all the way to his latest record, he's absolutely brilliant. And Bad Habit really has kind of made him stand out above the rest. Although I do think Mercury is one of the best records of the year. I think that slot and that booking is great booking from R&L. Since the first time I heard Wetleg's first record, Chaise Longue, I've been hooked. Absolutely hooked on everything they've put out. I've loved every single single. I've watched every live performance. I tried to go watch them at Glastonbury. I couldn't. Not through lack of trying, but I couldn't. And I love their debut album. I think it's absolutely great. So see them play Richfield Avenue, finally, that's an absolute dream come true for me. And what more is there to say about both Andy C and Shy FX both being booked, 2 of drum and bass's biggest heavy hitters, on the same weekend, royalty. I'm assuming these are both going to be down stage slots. You know what, let's just let the boy dream. Imagine that being a mid-afternoon main stage slot. Andy C over to Shy FX. Oof. I've actually written a Shy FX video twice and recorded it and never put it out. So expect that as part of season 5, and it'll be a good one, I promise. So there are acts that I love on this lineup. Other acts that I think are pretty decent. Just outside of that top 10, I might go see them live. I'd definitely go see them at a festival, but might not go see them play. Is Baby Queen. Think she's great. Love the video I made about her. Georgia has one of the best dance indie records out of the last 10 years. Muna, Imagine Dragons. I think Imagine Dragons get a lot of hate. You know, they're the 16th biggest band in the world. That's a good booking. Trippie Redd, I've been obsessed with since the first time I heard Love Scars. I think he's great. Nothing But Thieves, obviously, amazing voice. Excited to dive into their back catalogue a bit more this year. Declan McKenna put an amazing show on at Reading last year and an even better show on Glastonbury this year. Cannot wait to go down that rabbit hole again in August. So that's my thoughts on the lineup. I think it's great. I'm really excited. I am interested in what you have to say about what you're excited about. Season 5 of WTF is looming. We're December the 28th, we're around the corner, and I am just putting a little feeler out there to see if anyone is interested in giving me a hand with some research / some feedback. Lots of conversations over on the subreddit, which will be in the description below. You can also join the RNL Mill Discord if you want something a little bit more instant. You've got their podcast. Subscribe. We've got some amazing content coming in the next 12 months. So yeah, I don't know what else to say really. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.